topic by topic. That's my style of doing things. You might have a different style. If I am given one topic, which is called IFRS 16, leases, I am not thinking about anything else. On top of my head, I've got only IFRS 16. I will spend day one. I will spend day two. I will spend day three. I will learn it from Vertex. I will learn it from Ali. I will learn it from, anyone who I can find. And I will do question one, two, three, four. Once I say I've done it, I've actually killed this topic. I use the word kill. I will kill this topic so that this topic does not become a problem for me ever again. And it would take me 2 or 3 days, even 4 days, no problem. Once I'm done with that, I say, give me another one. I'm feeling hungry. Give me another. You have to do IFRS 15. Fine. I will see the resources, whether it is Vertex note, Vertex lectures, BPP notes, whatever. I will make sure that I understand this topic. I'll spend another 3 or 4 days. I will finish this topic as well. So go topic by topic, okay? Questions practice with it. Focus on learning outcome. Every question has a learning outcome, like I explained before, that if you do a question, one mistake is students, they do question 6, finish 7, 8, 9, 10. You try to go fast and you want to do a lot of questions. When I do a question, what do I do? So if I've got this thing, I pick up the question, I've done it, I see the solution, whatever, and then I close it and I sit down and I go back and think for 5 minutes that what was the scenario given to me and what did we do or what was supposed to be done. So a recall in your mind. After finishing the question, you need to do a revision and recall in your mind so that you can understand what really you learned from this question. What were the learning outcomes from this particular question, from this particular standard, from this particular scenario? So that would be like a summary in your mind. Please make that summary in your mind and then move to the next one. If you don't make that summary in your mind, you will forget things. In SBR, quantity is important. If I am doing AFM, so you've got 40 hours, imagine, for practice. And one question, it takes 1 hour, let's suppose. So if I'm doing AFM, I would do 20 questions 2 times. Because AFM questions are technical, long calculations. You cannot remember those long calculations by doing the question one time. So instead of doing 40 questions, 20 questions 2 times. But if I am an SBR, which does not require complex calculation, I will do 40 questions 1 time. Quantity is important because you need to become familiar with more and more scenarios. AFM has very typical scenarios. You come to investment appraisal, risk management, other. There are typical scenarios. Every time they are repeating. But in SBR, every time there is a unique scenario. So it's not important to remember the scenarios. It's not important to remember the calculations. What is more important is that you want to become familiar with more and more scenarios. So quantity is important in SBR. Avoid answer auditing. Answer auditing means that you see the answer before doing the question yourself. So even if you are not writing the question, still you should think about it. That, okay, what? So if I see a short question, I'll give you an example. Now, SPR is actually very interesting in this way because I do not write or practice all of the questions on paper. I would not suggest you. Yes, you should be doing practice on computer or on paper, but that's a limited number of questions. Now, I would suggest you need to go 100 questions. So how can you do 100 questions? Can you do 100 questions on computer? Can you solve 100 questions? Of course you cannot. So I would say that maybe 30 questions you should solve yourself and 70 questions you should read. Reading is also very good for SBR purposes. So 30 questions you will solve so that you know how to structure, you know how to go fast, you know how to compose, you know how to write. That's enough. But doing 30 is not enough in terms of exposure. You need to have bigger exposure for SBR. So 70 questions you will read. What is reading a question? I pick up a question, and that is like, for me, it's like a hobby. For you, it like, some people like reading fiction, some people, like reading news or some articles. I like reading IFRS scenarios. So I read a short scenario. That's a question from SBR book, BPP Kaplan past exam paper. And there is a company which has entered into a contract, a lease contract with a company, blah, blah, whatever. All of the information is given. And then they ask you how this should be treated in the books. And then I close this thing and I start thinking, okay, this is a scenario. What should have been done? What is the accounting treatment? What goes as lease component? What goes as interest expense? What goes as liability, current, non-current? What is non-lease component in it? Whatever. So I start thinking the answer. And then I go back and I see the solution. And when I read the solution, a lot of things are the same, which I already thought in my mind. But there were two things which I either did not know or I forgot to mention. So I pinpoint those two things and I move to the next question. For me, SBR scenarios or IFRS, because I've done this IFRS in my real life in practice for 20 years, more than 20 years. So I like to read these scenarios, even now, very frequently. I enjoy them. Some company had purchased some patent, some copyright, or some other thing, maybe question from financial instrument, equity shares, probably some financial liabilities and assets. I read the scenario, I enjoy the scenario, I put myself into that thing and start thinking that what should be the accounting treatment. And then I go back and see the answer. And I now, when you see the answer, that is enough for you to remember because it does not require any technical long calculations. Okay, so it's just theoretical knowledge, it's exposure of the scenario. Standard knowledge you already have. You already know about IFRS 16 or IFRS 9 or IFRS 15, you already know. Now you are only doing application. So I would suggest maybe 30 question practice. This is what you can do in 40, 50 hours, which I mentioned. And other than that, you should be reading and, imagining the answer. This is very helpful technique in becoming exposed to more and more scenarios. Practice on computer, follow the study plan which you create, and attempt the mock exams. Without mock exam, do not go to the exam. Take mock exam, okay? That's extremely important. Study planner, you can see it. There is a video on our portal how to create the study plan, but it's important. Nothing can be achieved without a strong plan. So please download that. Go to the Vertex website, go to resources section. Within resources, there is an option for create customized study plan. Link is there. Go and create your study plan starting from 15th, 16th, 17th March, ending on 20th, 25th of May. Want to study on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, and 2 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever. Pick up the time and create a plan, and then start following the plan. If you follow the plan, you will be finishing it in time. If you do not follow the plan, you will have a lot of work pending in the last 2 weeks. And that is the time when people will say, you know what, sir, I'm thinking to not to take exam in June. I want to postpone it to September. Why do you want to postpone it in September? Because you could not do it. Why did you not do it? Because you were not following a plan. If you follow the plan, day one, day two, day three, you do day one, then day two, then day three, everything will be done. Engagement is very important. Engagement. That is the key to success. You have to remain active. So we have seen that those students who participate in live classes, who participate in the WhatsApp group, they actually score better. So join weekly live sessions for additional practice questions. Watch recordings of live session. If you missed the live class for some reason, you can watch the live session recording. Then join the WhatsApp group and remain active. Not only you ask questions, but you also pay attention to the questions which are asked by someone else and the tutor, myself, I'm explaining. So you will learn many things. Ask questions and read question by other participants. So this is very important, WhatsApp group and live sessions. These are extremely important for your success. Okay, so That's all from my side. If you guys have any question.